Hello everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Under 10 Minutes. When it comes to money, most people assume success is about intelligence, complex strategies, or mastering the stock market. But Morgan Housel, in his book The Psychology of Money, reveals a deeper truth. Financial success is not about intelligence, but it's about your behavior. Let's journey through his timeless lessons with stories that show why our relationship with money is more about psychology than spreadsheets. Housel begins with a striking idea that no one is crazy. Every financial decision makes sense to the person making it because it's shaped by their unique experiences. A child of the Great Depression sees money as survival, while someone raised in prosperity sees it as an opportunity. The same dollar means different things depending on your past, and that's why judging another person's financial choices without knowing their story is unfair. Closely tied to this is the role of luck and risk. Bill Gates became the richest man alive, but his equally talented classmate, Kent Evans, died tragically young in a mountaineering accident. Both were brilliant, but fate intervened differently. Success is never just a skill, it's also a circumstance, which means humility is essential when we think about money. One of the most gripping lessons is about knowing what is enough. Rajat Gupta, a billionaire, risked everything for more. He had wealth, power, and respect, but it was not enough and he lost it all. The lesson is simple yet profound that true wealth is knowing when to stop chasing because enough is freedom. Then comes the magic of compounding. Warren Buffett's fortune is often seen as genius investing, but the real secret is time. He started investing at age 10 and kept going into his 90s. Compounding looks slow at first, then suddenly explodes, which means the most powerful force in finance is not high returns, it is patience. Wealth is not about speed or greed, it is about restraint and endurance. Getting wealthy and staying wealthy are two different skills. Getting rich requires boldness and risk taking, while staying rich requires humility and caution. Survival is the ultimate financial skill because wealth is fragile and must be protected. Most big wins come from a few rare events. Amazon's empire was built on a handful of successful bets, which shows you do not need to be right all the time, but just occasionally and massively right. This leads us to the real value of money, which is freedom. The ability to wake up and decide how you will spend your day is the truest form of wealth. But beware of the man in the car paradox. We think expensive cars impress others, but in reality, people admire the car, not the driver. Status symbols rarely give the respect we crave. True wealth is invisible. It's not the flashy watch or the mansion, it's the money you do not spend and the investments quietly compounding in the background. Housel's practical lessons are simple but profound. Save money not for a specific reason but for flexibility, resilience, and the unknown. Because savings are your safety net. Remember that reasonable beats rational. You do not need the perfect financial plan, you just need one you can stick with. A good enough plan followed consistently beats a flawless plan abandoned halfway. The world will surprise you because history is not a map, it's a guide. Always leave room for error. Pilots call it fuel reserves, investors call it cash buffers, and both know that margin of safety keeps you alive when things go wrong. And do not forget that you will change. Your goals at 20 will not be your goals at 40, which means you must plan for flexibility because your future self will be different. Finally, accept that nothing is free. Every financial decision has a price, that is volatility, stress, and uncertainty. Pay the price willingly because there is no free lunch in investing. Investing is not one size fits all. A retiree and a 25-year-old will make different choices, which means personal context matters more than universal rules. Be aware of this reduction of pessimism. In crisis, people cling to any story that explains uncertainty, which is why you must guard against narratives that exploit fear. The best investors know how to stay calm and rational. When you step back, Housel's message is clear. Wealth is not about beating the market, it's about mastering yourself. It's about patience when others panic, humility when others boast, and discipline when others chase shortcuts. Money is a mirror, it reflects your values, your fears, and your priorities. If you use it to impress others, you will always feel empty. If you use it to buy freedom, security, and peace of mind, you will feel truly rich. The psychology of money teaches us that wealth is not about IQ, it's about behavior. Save consistently, respect luck and risk, know what is enough, and value freedom over status. In the end, money is not just about numbers, it's about how you live your life. So ask yourself, are you using money to impress others or to build the freedom to live on your own terms? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it among your friends. See you in the next one. Bye bye.